Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another Fallout 76 news update. This one isn't really news per se, but rather a clarification of Bethesda's July 23rd announcement of the beta release in October. The announcement had stated that they would be selecting people who have pre-ordered the game from a participating retailer to enter the beta. They would start small and grow over time as they prepare for launch. Now, this got a lot of people very confused and worried, thinking that it meant that some people wouldn't get to participate in the full beta. Some people even went as far as to cancel their pre-orders because they thought that getting to participate in only like a week of the beta wasn't worth their money. Bethesda edited their post, stating, to clarify, everyone who pre-orders at a participating retailer will be included in the beta. But apparently that wasn't clarification enough, and people took to Twitter in droves demanding to know what was going on. I actually feel sorry for Pete Hines having to field all these questions over and over and over and deal with, to put it simply, a lot of crybabies, unfortunately. But he does it like a champ and never loses his cool, and I think he's done a pretty good job of explaining it better for everyone to understand. But since everyone isn't on Twitter, I thought I'd share his tweets on here. So, a Twitter goer named Games and Groceries asked, only a month in advance to break it? Is a month really enough time to fix what you encourage us to break? And Pete answers, we are already breaking it and fixing it and breaking it in new ways. And there will be smaller tests that involve some beta folks we pull in before the full beta. Then another Twitter user, Brendan, asks, are the people you pull in going to be random or YouTubers, streamers, etc.? Pete says, if we do smaller tests, random, like we, Bethesda, have done before for things like ESO or Doom or Legends or what have you. And then he clarifies, again, I'm just talking about anything small they might do in the build up to the full beta. Anyone eligible for the beta gets into the beta when it goes live. And apparently this still isn't clarification enough, so Splatty571 asks, then why does the announcement state that only some pre-orders will be selected first, and then that pool will grow over time? Pete answers, because they may decide to test with a smaller group of testers prior to the announced date of the full beta to make sure they're ready for the full group. And Splatty asks, starting in October, so the prior group starts in October and everyone else will get even less time in the beta? That means the value of our pre-orders are arbitrarily decided on your selection criteria. Some people will definitely not play for as long as others before release. And this seems to be what a lot of people took the announcement to mean. And you have to agree, the announcement was a little vague about what starting small and growing over time meant. I think they could have worded that a little better because it was confusing. But Pete answers that and says, if we need a smaller group to do a test separate from the full beta in order to make the beta and the full game as good as possible, we are going to do that. When it's time for the full beta, everyone's time in it is the same. And Splatty says, so for everyone wondering, you're saying that full beta starts in October, which every pre-order will have access to, and prior testing can be started before October, correct? Pete answers, or just sometime before the full beta. It could take place 5 days or 3 weeks before and still be in the same month. Whatever the team feels it needs in terms of feedback and testing to get ready for the beta. And in another tweet, in answer to a similar question, he says, everyone gets into the entire beta for their platform. Ignore the selecting and everything else. You're getting confused by it. We'll announce a beta for your platform. You're signed up. You get in the whole time, start to finish, period. I can imagine Pete's getting kind of frustrated by now, as these were only a few of the dozens of people asking the same questions of him. But I think he made it perfectly clear what's going to happen. The beta will release in October, just like they announced, and everyone who pre-ordered it will get to participate from start to finish. However, if the team feels like they need more feedback before the beta, they may randomly choose a small group from those who pre-ordered to test the game out for a time before the actual beta release. And Hallie Sloan on Twitter asked, How will we know if we are selected in the earlier group? And when is that estimated to begin, or do we know? And Pete answered, don't have specifics on when it would begin, up to the team and what they feel they need. In another tweet, which I couldn't find again to take a screenshot of, Pete also says that this possible early group will be chosen from those who pre-ordered on Xbox, and they may also choose some from PS4 and PC if they feel they need to. Now, in one of the previous tweets I already read, Pete Hines said that this early testing group may be chosen 5 days or 3 weeks before the release of the full beta and still be in October. So I wonder if that means that the beta won't actually release until the last week of October. It seems to imply this, unless he was just throwing out random examples. I guess we'll have to wait and see. In any case, I don't think anyone needs to worry. Everyone who pre-ordered at participating retailers will be included in the full beta in October, and who knows, you may also end up as one of the lucky random few who get to try out the game even earlier than that. Anyway, you guys, that's all for this video. I just wanted to give you that little update to hopefully clear up any misunderstandings, since I know that some of my subscribers were also confused by the official announcement, and I hope that you are confused no longer. I'm leaving on a trip for 3 days starting today, so I won't be as active in the comment section during that time, but I will still be uploading my regularly scheduled Let's Plays. In fact, they're already uploaded and scheduled, so you guys shouldn't even feel my absence too much, and hopefully no big news drops during that time. But if I don't reply to messages or comments right away, it just means I'm probably driving across miles and miles of boring road. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. And until then, remember to play safe, play nice, and have fun. Bye.